Hello. So in this session, we will discuss the problems, organic chemistry problems. So the very first question is the order of reactivity of the following alcohols with halogen acids is, and we have these three different options, and we need to just arrange the order of the reactivity. Okay. So if you see how to solve this question, then let's see. Firstly, we need to understand that what is the basic difference between these three options. Okay, so the very first, this is the your propanol, that's your propanol. Okay, and this is your butanol, and this is your how much? 5 different carbons. So this is the pentanol, right? So these three different halogens, alcohols are there, right? So this is the alcohol group. Okay, so if you need to just order of the reactivity, what we need to understand is the order of reactivity. Okay, so remember this thing, that what is the order of reactivity of primary, secondary and tertiary alcohols, right? So by basic concept, you can understand that the tertiary alcohols are more reactive than the secondary, and secondary is more reactive than the primary. Okay, why? Because of the branches. Okay, you know that in the very first option here we have the straight chain compound. Okay, the propanol, this is the normal propanol, right? This is the N propanol, you can say. Okay, and this is the this here we have the methyl group, that is, it is in branch, so that is you can say this is the isoform, and in this particular case this is the neoform, right, where we have the 4 different kinds of the connectivity, right? So basically if you say that the first option is the primary alcohol, this is the primary alcohol. Okay, why this is the primary 1 degree alcohol? This is your primary alcohol. Why? Because the carbon on which the OH is attached, okay, this carbon is attached with the single carbon next to it. Okay, so that's why this is the primary alcohol, and this carbon is this second option is the, here we have the secondary alcohol. Okay, this carbon is connected with these 2 different carbons, right? So that's why this is your secondary alcohol, and here we have this carbon on which the OH is attached, and this carbon is again connected with 3 different carbons, so that's your tertiary alcohol, right? So we have the primary, secondary and tertiary alcohol. So branches, you can also see the branching. And reactivity with the halogen acid, right? Halogen acid means you can have the hydro HX kind of the acid. Okay, so you know that the electronegativity is much more of this X, and this will be your positive, right? So when this negative kind of the thing, X negative can be, it can be your chloride ion, it can be bromide, and it can be iodide as well, right? So these kind of the things are there. So when they will attack, so the attack is very best attack, that is the you can expect is this kind of the attack. Okay, because the more branching is there, so this will frequently breaks down. Okay, so that's what we can say, that the C is more reactive than V, and V is more reactive than A. Okay, so the where is the CBA? So this is the second option. Okay, CBA. Now let's move to the next question. So this is the question number 2. In this question, which of the following alcohols will yield the corresponding alkyl chloride on a reaction with the concentrated hydrochloric acid at room temperature? Okay, so room temperature means 25 degrees Celsius, or you can say 298 Kelvin, right? So at this particular temperature, we just need to identify that which particular alcohol will give you the alkyl chloride. Okay, alkyl chloride. So you need to understand that alcohol reacting with the concentrated HCl, right? That's your concentrated hydrochloric acid. So when it will undergo into the reaction, what it will form is, you can say this H plus Cl negative, and here this OH negative, this one, right? So this, when the bond breaking will be there, right, this will be, the R will react with the Cl, and this water get eliminated. Okay, so this kind of the reaction you can expect where the alkyl chloride is there, right? Alkyl chloride formation is there, right? So this alkyl chloride, now where the better alkyl chloride can form. Okay, so let's see the options. The first option, here we have the linear straight chain alcohol, right? So that's the, you have the propanol, okay, or you can say normal propanol straight chain, right? And again here we have the, you know, iso kind of the thing, okay, the branch, right? And here we also have the branch kind of the thing, and this is the neo kind of the thing, okay, where different four connectivities are there. So let's see which one is the primary. So if you see this particular, the first option here, the carbon on which the OH is attached, okay, the carbon on which OH is attached, this is connected with only single carbon, right? Okay, that is this one. So that's why this is your, the first one is your 1 degree alcohol, okay. And here we have the, this is the carbon on which the OH is attached, and this carbon is connected to the next two carbons, so that's your secondary alcohol, okay. And in this particular case we have the, this is the carbon on which OH attached, and this is again connected with only single, so that's the primary alcohol, 1 degree alcohol. And in the fourth case you can see that this is the carbon on which OH attached, okay, and this is connected with 1, 2 and 3, so that's the 3 degree alcohol, okay. So reactivity, always remember the tertiary is more reactive than the secondary, and secondary is more reactive than the primary, okay. So this idea you can always use in these kind of the questions, that the, you know, more the branching, more will be reactive, right? More branching in the structure and more reactivity you can expect, right? What more branching results the more reactivity, something you can expect, okay, reactivity in most of the cases. So the fourth option, if you see, it is highly reactive, right? There is more reactivity. So fourth one is the, so you need to give the answer that which of the following will yield the alkyl chloride, okay. So the fourth option is the very, that's your answer, okay. Your answer is fourth one, right? It is more reactive due to tertiary alcohol, okay. So thank you.